Folks, today on Crossing South, we delight in Baja's classical music artists as we also witness the birth of an organic cuisine trend in the region. Coming your way right now. You know, folks, one of the things that you can find here in Baja as well is beautiful music played by literally an orchestra that's very famous in the region. It's the Baja California Orchestra, and we're right here with them. Maestro, talk to us about the OBC, the Orchestra of Baja California.
Well, it's 25 years.
25 years.
We created this orchestra, first in Ensenada, and then we came to Tijuana to work for a long time at the Secut, the cultural center of Tijuana. And now, for 5 years, we have been here in the Center for the Musical Arts. A lot of history, a lot of musicians coming and going, a lot of programs, a lot of experiences, a lot of experiments with different artists, beginning from jazz, rock, a very open-minded way of seeing the music, of approaching to our audience. The musicians of the orchestra are teachers of a huge program called Verde 2025 of community children's orchestra in the neighborhoods who have never had any kind of approach to classical music and to art experience. And now we have more than 1,000 kids, and our musicians of the orchestra are their teachers. And teaching children and young people how to teach also.
Many of these kids probably don't even know what a violin is or whatever instrument. How do they pay for the instruments? These kids they don't pay.
Of course not.
You provide it for them.
Of course.
Wow, that's so awesome.
Through the Foundation for the Musical Arts.
Okay.
Fundraising, as you know it, in the United States, all the time searching for the money. And there's a group of kids that have been detected as talented
prodigies.
Kids, yes, and the musicians of the orchestra are their teachers, and they're preparing them.
What's been the reaction? What's the mentality of these inner city kids? You know, maybe not even thinking of belonging to an orchestra or playing classical music.
They love music, and they love their teachers, and they love the orchestra, yes, and involving also their parents, the community. That's why the orchestra is so absolutely important, because it's an image.
You keep it alive. So this group is committed to this ideal.
Absolutely.
You got a good team here.
Absolutely.
You got a group of commandos here, right?
Yeah.
Musical commandos, right? Would you say the orchestra is, in a sense, almost sowing future members?
Of course, because doing a social program, then you can find the talents, and you can give them the correct education, musical education, in order for them to become artists, professional artists, and being a part of the orchestra. So that's the plan. Of course, it remains as a classical orchestra with a commitment to the classical music. Also experimenting, yes, in all kind of
Other genres.
of good music.
So for instance, right now, the Orchestra de Baja California, how many members does it have right now?
It's a chamber orchestra, it has 19.
Chamber orchestra, 19, okay.
Hopefully we'll have what we call a classical chamber orchestra. It is 36. And now we need more musicians, more teachers, yes, and more programs and more resources to grow up. 25 years fighting, and we are still fighting.
Yeah, you're still fighting.
And making music.
Did an orchestra already exist in Baja California,
No.
or did you pioneer that in this region?
Well, I, together with other people, we pioneered this project, and there were 16 musicians that came from Russia. That we have here in Tijuana a group of excellent musicians. The conditions to work very hard for music, for giving our audience the best we can as musicians.
Yeah, you know, I've actually followed the Baja California Orchestra for a long time. I remember in the 90s, I used to have season tickets when I was in college. So I've been a fan of you and your music for a long time. And it's really nice to come in and interview you. Folks, commitment and love of their craft is what drives these talented musicians from all over the world. It is they who rejoice the local classical music aficionados.
There are not so much orchestras in the world that have not only the commitment to art, but the commitment for society, for the kids. So this combination between the artistic high-level project with a social project is something we are very proud of. I mean, each conductor has its own technique, its own way of connecting with the musicians, but at the end, the musicians are playing the music.
Right.
Yes, and the connection between the musicians, and it doesn't matter if it's a small orchestra or it's a big symphony orchestra, it has to be a connection.
With you.
And between them.
Yes. Okay.
That's the most important thing.
Okay.
Conducting and making music is just creating an atmosphere in which everyone can develop, and we can create this language and this conversation.
Right.
Yes.
Would you say that each director would bring a different personality to that feedback?
Absolutely.
Right.
Yes. The score is an open book. Let's try it, please.
Let's try it. Okay.
Solely. And now?
There's a method. However, the method is alive, it breathes. There's a confluence of feeling, of love, of synergy, and you don't just feel it, but if you're imaginative enough, you can actually see it. And they have to be paying attention to the music and to you.
Absolutely. To everything.
He's doing so many things. It's crazy. How do they know which one you're hushing and which one you...
It depends on
Just based on what you see on TV and like you feel like you can just draw the music with your hands, let's see what happens. They're gonna follow exactly what my hands do, okay? So let's do it, okay? You guys ready? Okay, so to me, it sounded pretty good, right? I said to myself, not bad. Well, it turns out he told me it was a mess. But the untrained ear can't detect it. But yeah, we were slaughtering that piece.
Relax, relax, relax. 1 and 2 and 3. 1, 2.
This is easy. I mean, look at me. I'm directing an orchestra. I eventually got the hang of it. Or did I? ¿Cómo se llama?
Zhenya Kobylanska,
Zhenya Kobylanska. ¿De dónde eres? Where are you from?
from Odessa, Ukraine. I have 20 years living in Mexico. And
Really?
Yes.
Were you already a musician when you left Ukraine?
Yes.
You already, okay.
I knew the Maestro Eduardo like 18 years ago.
Oh yeah, you played with him some other places?
Yes.
Particularly in Baja. How do you like playing here with the Orchestra Baja California?
I enjoy my job.
You enjoy it?
Yes, I love my kids, my student. I have a lot of students.
You're part of that program that goes to
Yes,
teach?
I'm a cello teacher from the Gifted Kids of Baja California.
Okay. We hope you stay here in Baja, continue helping these kids and the orchestra.
Okay.
Rad s vami poznakomicia.
Спасибо, взаимно.
Мой хорошо подруга.
Thank you very much.
Likewise,
Good luck.
You probably recognize this melody from the film The Mission. Soul-stirring indeed.
We're not banda, and I guess I could say that it is an acquired taste in some sense. But for me personally, I know there's nothing that I like more at the end of a really long, hard day after a lot of to listen to a piece of music that revitalizes your humanity.
Of course.
You are here to be the intermediary between the page and the audience. As a musician, I am the conductor's instrument.
Right.
Some like to be very effusive with gestures and, as Maestro Eduardo said, show an emotional background or that against which you will play.
And how do you like playing in Mexico, my friend?
It's wonderful. The
This
instrument
particular
was made,
one was made in Rome.
Right, and
Okay.
he was known for several cellos which all have this medallion on the back.
Oh, okay. That was his signature.
Yes.
So I take it it's a very expensive cello.
Well, it's more expensive than most, less than some, but it's not something I own. I have the use of this instrument.
Okay.
It brings joy to my life, and I hope to those who hear it.
But that old of instrument, and it's still relevant today. A 200-year-old cello.
Well, that's the thing. As I said, classicism is about keeping things the same. A quarter note written 200 years ago for this instrument needs to sound the same today.
Wow.
Nobody looks at their fingers when they play.
Nobody.
Nobody.
Wow, it's
You
all
learn
feel.
right away. I mean, sometimes you'll see tape for the very first 2 weeks or so. But really, it's all done by ear.
Wow.
I can play something Mexicana.
Omar Firestone, tire tycoon and cellist extraordinaire. It was good talking to you, my friend.
And you as well.
What's the name of this place?
It's Centro Artes Musicales, which means Musical Arts Center.
Musical Arts Center. That's the acronym for CAM.
Exactly.
CAM.
Yeah, music school.
A music
but
school?
Basically, it's more than that. It's the home of the Baja California's Orchestra.
Okay, this is the home of the orchestra.
Yeah, it was the first purpose of this building.
Are you guys having, as a teacher, one of the teachers, is it Jack Black? Is he, the School of Rock?
That'd be fun. I mean, that'd be awesome.
But if you want to be the teacher.
I'm a fan of it.
I'm telling you, the youth of Baja are receiving and giving inspiration here, folks. Can you guys go? The hills are alive with the sound of music. Challenge accepted, huh? It's not bad, huh, guys? Girls are great. Thank you. Thank you. We will rock you. Okay, the percussions class humored me during one of their theory classes. They were good sports. They were good sports. Okay, so this is one of your outreach programs.
Yeah, exactly.
This is amazing.
Yeah, well, it's awesome. Yeah.
This looks awesome. Folks, years from now, the end result of this effort will be Baja having a full symphony orchestra made up of local musicians that started in these programs. Bravo. It's pretty admirable what you guys are doing. So, if anyone wants to help you guys out, is there a way to help you out?
Yeah, of course. They can go to a webpage, bajamusical.org. That's a nonprofit we constituted in New York. So it's
it's an American nonprofit.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you, Jack. Thank you. It's been an awesome experience.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Alas, it is time to move on. Let's see what else is cooking in Baja. Literally. You know, folks, I think it's widely known that I really do prefer greasy, unhealthy food, but I'm not at odds with healthy food as long as it tastes good. And apparently we found a place that has been making a lot of noise. It's called Alma Verde. Food is not only healthy, it's really good. And the guy responsible is this guy right here. Leonel Valencia. How you doing, buddy? Tell me, how did you come up with this idea, Alma Verde?
Well, my wife and I, we make the restaurant. So she likes cooking.
Okay, your wife likes cooking. Many wives like cooking. And you're an accountant, so that's like super square. No,
Yeah, but
okay, what some would say Leonel's better half is?
Alma.
Alma.
Nice.
I can see that the restaurant was named after you, right?
Yes, right.
we like to eat healthy.
Okay, you guys like to eat healthy?
We don't have here in town this kind of food.
Yeah, it's
we
not
have
common.
Tacos, and,
Right.
you know?
There's nothing wrong with tacos, man.
No, but
Yeah, because Mexican food is kind of greasy and it's really good, but you're trying to make the healthy version.
I did this creation because my dad is diabetic.
And you get a lot of people here. I see many of your patrons come in like sweatpants. It's like they came from exercising, right? So,
they have like 90% women here in the restaurant.
90%, this restaurant, the patrons, 90% are women.
It's all women.
Oh my goodness. You're going to have guys coming. They're like,
Yeah.
they're going to be spitting the hot dog.
We love animals, we love cats, we love dogs, we love food. So we think that Alma Verde is the first restaurant pet friendly here in Tijuana because nobody allowed pets.
Okay, well, are we going to get to try some of your stuff, my friend?
Okay, sure.
I'm telling you, I mean, I don't know about you folks. I know you feel the same way. The presentation adds to the enjoyment of the experience. This is pretty awesome. So this apparently is some roasted cocoa bean smoothie shake. This is another green concoction, some sort of portobello mushroom with a delicious slab of melted cheese and veggies. The sub, the stogie, very veggie. Here, this one's got some quinoa, tomatoes. I think it's time to get to work. Oh my goodness, and I love smoothies, to be honest with you. Oh my goodness. You can chew the goodness. You can chew the roasted cocoa beans. It's awesome. Now this one, it's got spinach, it's got almond milk, it's got almond butter. Good stuff, good stuff. Let's see. Wow, tastes sweet. Man, I feel the power already. Can you see it? Can you see a green glow all around me? It's just my shirt, it's just my shirt. Let's try this stuff, all right? You vegans out there, this is the future for them. That's what they're hoping to. They do have meals right now with meat, with poultry, with fish, but his intention is to eventually just phase that stuff out. He's only limited right now by what providers in the region have available. So that's the only reason why not everything's organic, because some stuff just doesn't exist organically. Let's try this portobello hoagie sub, you know, with regional cheese, artisan cheese slab on it. Let's just try it. When I went into that bite, I wasn't expecting it to be this good. It's got this onion marmalade, onion jam underneath it. It is super good, and it just gives it that bold taste. Okay, so this is a portobello mushroom with fresh mozzarella on top of it, cherry tomatoes. It apparently has a pistachio pesto and some beet sprouts. It's healthier than I'm used to. Oh boy, let's see it, man. I mean, look, I love the viscosity. You know how I like food that just glistens? It's great. I mean, it's great for your internal organs. It's great for, it's made of life, you know? Okay, so you've got some red and white quinoa. It's got some olive oil. It's got some flower leaves. Look at that. Okay, so this one also looks really nice, super colorful. If you notice, sweet potato slices. Sweet potato slice. Then your prosciutto, your pork prosciutto. So this is the first dish that actually has some meat. Wow, phenomenal. Don't you wish that all food could be like that, where you just eat to your heart's content and not feel guilty afterwards? Okay, you got your lemonade, but then you got your slimonade. Now that was all Alma, right? You got your hydrotonic. This is, I guess, their natural alternative to Gatorade. Now you got your happy water, your happy juice. It's not Grandpa's cough medicine, but alkaline water, saffron, and honey, cold pressed. This looks awesome. So all you depressed souls out there, bam, happy water for you. All right. Now this one, the dark water, alkaline water, activated charcoal, and lemon. That's interesting. I believe in preventive plans. Yeah, you're like, yeah, right, Jorge. We watched you eat on the show. But I do like to take natural stuff to go along with all the deliciously greasy food that I eat. Let's try it. All the way in. Very nice. Very good. Super tasty. Oh my goodness. You know, folks, chilaquiles, they're a staple of Mexican breakfasts around the country. Probably not the healthiest. I mean, it's not like having a fruit salad in the morning. But chilaquiles are just part of Mexican cuisine, and you can have them for lunch, but a lot of people have them for breakfast. And I can tell you, it's just really nice. I don't know how healthy it is to have chilaquiles in the morning, but it beats a cold cereal, I can tell you that. Well, I hate to destroy them now. They're so pretty. I don't wanna hurt them, but I will. Look at that flower. I just noticed it. It was about to go into my mouth, and look at that flower leaf that I'm eating along with this. They are really good. Wow. But you can't go wrong with chilaquiles. It takes a really incompetent chef to mess up chilaquiles. So it's only upward. You can only enhance and aggrandize the chilaquile experience. The better ones will just make them so much more delicious, like these ones right here. So I fully recommend them also. Check it out, folks. My question to you is this a dinner fork or a forklift? Oh boy, you're not going anywhere. Come on, stay in there. Stay in there. No! Okay, so you heard of a cappuccino. This is a pistachino because it's made from pistachios. This is a roast from a Veracruz coffee bean. It's got some pistachio crumbles with their own sweetener. It's sweetened with piloncillo, which is a caramelized sugar type of Mexican sweetener. It's really good. Oh man, oh man. If you only knew the power of the dark side. If I could only convey to you how stinking good this coffee is. Oh my goodness. And if that wasn't like a dessert in itself, take a gander. Check that out. Folks, Leonel and Alma are not just creating healthy, delicious food, but they are educating a town and a culture on a lifestyle. And judging by their success, Baja seems to be ready to try out their vision of a green cuisine future. I think the people of Alma Verde are onto something, and I really hope it catches on. If you ever come down here, you might just see me on the next table, so make sure to thank me when you get here. It's Crossing South, folks. So after getting to enjoy the socially responsible musicians and the young pupils that they are forging with great earnest and experiencing Leonel and Alma's bet on Baja catching on to their organic vision of delicious food, we leave wondering what will happen the next time we cross south.
You can find maps and information about the places you just saw, or you may order a copy of this program on DVD at CrossingSouth.com. We also do Facebook.